I and my ex-wife were married for 7 years and were together for 9 years before she cheated and left me for another guy. Our divorce was finalized in March of this year. The other guy is a playboy jerk who's probably 24 or so. It all began at the end of last year, and in January of this year she told me she wanted a divorce. I later found out they'd been talking for an entire year before it turned physical last October. The divorce was smooth as we didn't have any kids. She got the car. I kept my house and finances. After that, I was out of her life and she was out of mine. We never contacted each other except for 1 or 2 times. That was also when we last saw each other in public. Her family is very conservative, and they basically cut her off after she cheated and divorced. She moved in with the other guy. During this time, I found out she also lost a lot of friends as the other guy tried to hit on them or insulted them. Her ex sets of friends tried to get me involved in their fights, immature. Well, I included this part because these sets of friends were the ones that stood behind her after she had an affair, telling me she found herself and I should probably let her go. I don't harbor any resentment toward her or the other guy. I didn't get involved with anyone during this period because I was focused on my job and earning back the money I lost during the divorce. Now here's where I need help. 2 days ago, I got a call from one of my ex-wife's friends who told me my ex-wife wanted my number. She didn't say much when I asked her why and told me she needed to talk. I thought it was important. Mind you, we never had any contact, so her suddenly wanting to talk to me created a sense of seriousness. I told her to give her my number. Yesterday, my ex-wife called and she sounded very creepy. She didn't have the voice she used to. It was broken. You could sense something was wrong, so I asked her what's up, and she broke down crying. She went from telling me how great things were to how things were now. She said the other guy was manipulative and an alcoholic piece of garbage who cheated on her multiple times in their 7-month relationship. He put her in charge of finances, which meant she had to get a job even though she was pregnant. Now he doesn't want to be the father, so he told her she cheated. He has been abusing her and she has no place to go. He told her she had to get an abortion if she wanted them to be together. I asked her why she called me instead of the police, and she told me she had nowhere else to go. None of her friends were willing to help her out, and that he has friends in the department, so she was scared things would go around. She couldn't contact her family because they didn't want anything to do with her, so she was alone. Listening to her made me sad. It really did. I told her I could sympathize but couldn't do anything else because I didn't want to be the third party. I told her that whatever relationship we had had with each other was over and she was on her own now. Why should I stand up for her when she's nothing to me? Besides, they are a couple now. They're dating and she's the one earning, so she has the upper hand. I gave her advice to save money and run away silently if she didn't want to get an abortion. It was a 17-minute call and she basically wanted to talk more, but I told her I was busy and cut her off. She did mention she was sorry for how she treated me and leave me. I honestly don't care about that. I told her to contact me only when it was necessary because I really didn't want to hear from her anymore. Yesterday night, I thought about it deeply and felt I should do something because no one deserves that kind of abuse. But I don't want to get in between because getting in between will blow up my own peace. I called her family and they told me they wanted nothing to do with her because she was already dead to them. Guys, I have no intention of getting back together with her, taking her back, or even wanting to help her. I sent her links to the rescue and I tried to contact her family, but they told me to cut her off. The only reason I want to help her is that she reached out to me as a last resort, and I don't want to spend my life in regret if anything serious happens to her, knowing I could have helped but chose not to, which is why I made this post. I'm going to send her money via her friend before telling her. This is all I can do, and that she shouldn't reach out to me unless it's urgent. Now for the update. I helped her. I passed a few $1,000s worth to her via her friend and told her she could take care of herself as I didn't want to be a part of this. We talked on the phone for 38 minutes on the 14th. She told me how sorry she was and went on to talk about the memorable times we spent. Not once did she tell me she wanted to get back together. I noticed she wasn't begging or asking for help, but rather she told me it's the path she chose and she knew she couldn't keep or provide for the child. The other guy wouldn't let her keep it and she doesn't want to abort it. I found out the day before yesterday that she shot herself because the other guy was a piece of crap and had a gun. She just left a note saying it was her path that she chose and apologized to everyone she had hurt. The police are still investigating. From what I heard, the other guy has been taken into custody for possessing illegal firearms and is currently on the top suspect list. I'm not in contact with her friends or family. I work in a different city, so I'm not in town. From what I've heard, her friends are preparing to testify against the other guy. No one from her family or friends reached out to me. I don't know if her family knows, but I don't intend to tell them. I can't sleep right now because of it. There's guilt in my heart. I could have helped her. I could have done something more. I could have done something, but I chose to not get involved, which led her to kill herself. I still don't know what more happened as I heard it from a friend of mine whose relative is a part of the investigating group. I didn't want to make this post, but I needed to get this off my chest. Now for the top comments. OP, you did help her. You sent her thousands of dollars. You listened to her. You don't have any magical powers that could have stopped what happened. If she did actually hurt herself, there's a reason why the partner is the #1 suspect. I'm so sorry you were dragged into this mess. There's no telling if they would have taken you both out if you were more involved. I hope you are seeing a therapist to help sort this all out. She didn't kill herself because you refused to help. You did help. She chose to kill herself because she destroyed her marriage. She got pregnant and the man she left you for abused her and wouldn't let her keep the baby. She humiliated her family, and the mental toll of all of these things combined drove her to the point of despair, assuming the guy didn't kill her and make it seem like a suicide. I hope you can find peace with your situation, OP, and are truly able to heal. Thank you for taking the time to listen to today's story. If you enjoyed the stories, please feel free to like, as well as subscribe to the channel. You can write your suggestions in the comments section about the story and what you would do if you ever find yourself in this situation. Also, if you have a story you would like to share, please do not hesitate to contact me. Take care.